We're gonna move on to something that's a little bit smaller, okay? So maybe you weren't able to pull off that bracelet. How about this? Your oval Kingman line style bracelet. So you know how we have tennis bracelets, right? Here's the turquoise version of a tennis style bracelet, all done with your Kingman turquoise. I'm gonna show this to you, this angle. Here's the chain that is the extender with great lobster claw clasp on that too. But then your Kingman turquoise with an oval station of a rope style, kind of like a rope style, and inspired by that. All the way around marquee stones, oval. It's like kind of a hybrid between a marquee and an oval, right? It's a soft marquee for $139. The appraisal on this was $270. There you go. And the sizes here are 7 or 8 inches. We have about 300 or so available. Who made this?
This is another one of my favorite artisans, Bobby Potero. And as you can see here, that he had put a little bit of a shadow box around the design of the turquoise. And he says that he's paying respect to the sky stone, which is turquoise. And when you look at a piece like this, he says that the stars at the ends represent his ancestors. And so the togetherness of the turquoise and the stars, meaning that he says that the ancestors are bringing the blessings from heaven above to the person who wears this.
Ooh, who doesn't want that?
I like this because this is different. Like you said,
yeah.
It's like a tennis bracelet, and this is something that I would wear every day and never take it off.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely. Extremely, extremely wearable. So maybe you're not a cuff person. That's fine. We have other options for you. That's a great way to wear your turquoise all the time. It's $139, so I think it's really reasonable, very, very affordable. I'm actually going to undo this one just for a flash. Good lobster on that, right? That's a nice big clasp, very appropriate. It's good it's nice scale to the stations, but there you go. All the way across your wrist, 7-inch or 8-inch, but there's still an extender. So if you had a wrist that was larger than 8 inches.
That'd be me.
Yeah, that would be you. Is this gonna fit you? Here, come here. Yeah. Oh look, you even have room to spare. So what size wrist do you have, do you know?
I see probably an 8.
Okay.
Maybe 8.5, 9.
Yeah, it depends. Okay,
Well, who knows?
I don't know, 8, 8 1/4, 8 1/2, I don't know. Okay, there you have it. Oh, that looks so good on you.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, you need this bracelet.
I need both bracelets.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah, this is nothing to sneeze at right there.
Oh, gosh.
That looks so pretty on. Perfect, absolutely perfect. So the sizing, to your point, there is a 7-inch or an 8-inch. Then there is the extender, and that's a 1/2 inch. That looks even longer than a 1/2 inch to me, but we'll just go with that because that's what's on the card. Bright, beautiful blue Kingman turquoise. The appraisal $270, but you can't even find this bracelet anywhere else. This is exclusive to Chaco Canyon. This is what they do so brilliantly, is they make designs that are very traditional and very wearable. So when you put this on, right, you've got something that maybe you just love because it's gonna be pretty with your pearls.
And look at the 2 different colors too that you see there.
Yours is gonna be yours, to your point. Your turquoise is going to be yours. This is all Kingman turquoise. So just know they're all within that range. They're all genuine Kingman turquoise. Kingman's very famous for having different colors of blues within its mine. However, these are all going to be in a certain grade, aren't they? And they're matched. They did a great job matching them, right? So it's quite matched within the bracelet. So they didn't take a lighter blue and a middle blue and make it, that would almost be like a variety pack.
All the hues are just about the same.
They're just about the same. Just the way you would want a ruby bracelet to be, right? Very closely matched. That's exquisite. That is really exquisite. That's what HSN does when we work with our artists. We have certain standards.